bottom of the Buckby Lock flight, and that's going south towards Milton Keynes and beyond. The noise you hear over there is the M1. And there we go, there's Whilton Marina. And it's a very nice cafe. Been in there a couple of times with Kevin, and it is very nice. Breakfast anyway. Really nice. And yeah, look, canal's frozen. It froze a little bit, sort of lightly froze yesterday. Someone's been trying to throw stones through the ice, probably seeing if a boat can move. I don't know whether they got through. I think it's thicker this morning because it got down to -5. I think we've got one more cold night and then it's going to start to ease off a little bit. But boat movement at the moment would be quite difficult, I think. It's now probably gotten to ½ an inch thick, I would think. It was about 1/4 of an inch. It was lightly, you know, frozen, but and there was a patch free, but now it's frozen solid all the way, as far as I can see. I can give you a demo of the noise when you rock the boat. This is what you hear. You hear that? I've broken the ice away from my boat, which is easy because the boat's warm, compared to this anyway. The boat's warm, so I've broken it free of the ice. But did you hear the wobbly noises over there, the strange noises? That's what happens. As a boat comes along and starts breaking through the ice, you hear it hundreds of yards ahead, that weird vibration-y, wobbly noise. Anyway, I've got to get back inside because with it is freezing. Thankfully no breeze today to speak of, so that's good. But yeah, it is cold. Nice, off we go. Into the sun as we're going south. So yeah, I've just moved spots. There was a wide beam moored behind me next to these work boats, you see. They moved off up through the locks this morning and I scuttled immediately into their spot, on the basis that a bit of privacy really. Behind me, if I go out and step on the deck, I like there to be either the front of a boat or no boat at all. What I didn't want is for someone's stern to be next to mine, because then when you pop out in the morning you're constantly bumping into them. Now it's okay if it's someone like Kev that you're friendly with, you know, and you can have a little chin wag or whatever, fine. But sometimes it's a bit of a weirdo or just someone you're not particularly speaking to. So to increase my privacy level, I've shuttled along. So now behind me there's no boats. I mean, there's a work boat, but it's not occupied. I'm only going to be here a few more days anyway. I think it's been about a week now. So a few more days I'll be off south towards Milton Keynes, I think. And you've got to watch out where you're more here. That's Whilton Marina, obviously, opposite. Because look, past this sign, because that's a marina entrance, you're not allowed to moor. I mean, some idiot's going to do it, you know, some idiot's going to do it. But two boats could fit in front of mine. I did say to Kev, why didn't he come down? Because it's a lovely little spot. and you're really handy for the road and for the cafe over there as well, you know, the bits of whatever, handier for everything. And but he likes the quiet, the peace and quiet that he gets further down. He's about 500 yards down here. So anyway, the plan, and also, why don't I've got the sun in my eyes, so I'm sort of squinting a little bit, but the plan is to visit a farm shop which is about a mile away, and parts of the towpath are a bit dodgy, so this isn't going to be a speedy expedition. But the plan is to visit this little farm shop. Now, I went to Waitrose a few days ago, so I've got loads of stuff, but you know, it's hard to trump a farm shop, being honest. They're so nice. Anyway, we'll see, you know. As I say, I've got more time. I can always pop down on the bike if I see something I like, but I can't fit it into my eating schedule, my busy eating schedule, sadly. I can pop back for it in a few days. So I'm looking forward to this, see what the place is all about. Over here, of course, we had the M1, had a massive bang yesterday. And the guy next to me in the wide beam ahead of me popped out. I popped out thinking, what the hell? It sounded like a cannon going off. And a guy opposite on the marina was walking past, looking at me, looking puzzled, and you know, where was the noise, what was going on? And he said it was a tyre blown, a lorry tyre. They're maintained at enormous pressures, you know, approaching 200 psi, he said. So when they blow, there's a massive bang, and he knew immediately what it was. So there you go. I thought we were under attack. So anyway, Kev will be down here, so I'll switch off for now and save the battery. Right, here's Kev's boat. Give him a quick knock. He's normally out and about waiting for me. My knock was a bit lame. Yeah, no worries, mate. It's a nice warm day.
Yeah, I'll just been packing some stuff up.
Right. Oh, you're at it. Yeah. Right. Well, scuttle along. Get your shoes on.
I don't think it's safe to go in these slippers, is it?
No, it's not. No. I'm too warm even with this fleece on. It's weird having a motorway like 400 yards across a field like that. Not just any old motorway, either the motorway, the M1. Obviously, from its number, you will guess the original UK motorway, and in part one of the busiest. So here we are, just a shirt on it's like the 15th of Jan or 14th of Jan or something, so mid-January, after freezing weather, freezing nights and the canal freezing over. It's become really temperate today. I'm loving it, to be honest. I'm loving it. I am literally loving it like that, because you can have more than your fair share of cold weather on a boat, you know. Some very cold rides into Rugby, into Daventry. Here's my boy. Over the cut there, big caravan storage place, huge. Yeah, it's beautiful, mate. Yeah, absolutely lovely. If we were facing south, sorry, I was just going to say, if we were facing south, if we were sideways on, I would get all the electricity I needed today from that sun.
Yeah, I saw Ziggy came past, so they didn't stay behind you long, did they?
No,
But then the yellow boat came back.
yeah, now they pulled up behind me for some reason for about 20 minutes, and now they've moved across. I don't know whether there's 2 or 3 of them, there's certainly at least a couple.
Is that yellow one I saw on the way to Whilton yesterday? You can't miss it, it's bright yellow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I missed it because I was inside, I was getting changed, but we are walking right into it, mate, yeah? But don't complain.
No.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it's terrible when you're trying to steer your boat and you're right into it. Yeah, that's a nuisance.
You go around the corner and you see it.
Yeah, you can't see a damn thing, and it reflects up off the water. And in my case, it was reflecting off the solar panels. I couldn't see a thing, but anyway, you know, I'm not going to whinge prematurely or about historical things. Yeah, cheers, Kev. I've just I've got to take it easy, obviously.
There's an interesting feature
Just before the bridge, this one.
Yeah. You see that boy doing over in the garden shed and all sorts.
Oh yeah, he has, hasn't he? Yeah, I'll just get a little film of that, Kev. So what we've got there is someone who's presumably paid a landowner. Maybe even paid CRT directly, who knows? But whoever owns that land...
You're right on it now. Where this brickwork is now,
Right, yeah.
the draining system.
Oh, right. Standard looking paddles. So
And there's the river there.
So there's a river running down here.
But this is a long pound to drain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what, 5, I don't know.
So they were worried about, why would you want to drain this pound? Oh, so a little river, and that's where it'll drain out, through that paddle into the river. So presumably this must get full on occasion, and they must need to drain it.
But anyway, he's got his own shed in.
Yeah, it's a cracking little setup. Although if I was him, I'd have all them panels facing that way. They're facing sideways, they're no good, are they, in this? You want them tilted forwards. But yeah, lovely little setup. And of course what he would do, he would walk up those steps into the marina, into the caravan place. There must be an exit, mustn't there? There must be an exit you can use, because you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's the only problem, Kev, is in a place like this, if you had a permanent mooring, which it looks like he's got a little cottage thing, look. That's not just a storage shed. That's got windows. I reckon you could sit in there.
And he's got solar panels on the roof.
Yeah.
I can't see the window.
But great little setup.
I ain't got my glasses, but I should be alright.
As I say, if you were going to do a mooring like that, as a semi-permanent base, you would need some kind of a car, or you need motorised transport, because trying to get around when it's really cold, the roads are icy, it's not really much fun. It's what, sorry, it's quiet. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, you're right, I haven't heard many trains just in the last hour. You're right. I wonder, has there been a problem? I don't keep on top of the news anymore like I used to. I just sort of pick up snippets on YouTube. But yeah, you're right. Now you mentioned it, I haven't heard a train for at least half an hour, yeah, and then normally every, yeah. So God forbid, I hope there hasn't been an accident or something, but because on a warm day, what's your problem? I know when it's icy they sometimes cancel them, which I've always found particularly annoying as a user,
Yeah.
because it leaves all you know, 1,000 people stranded in a station in the freezing cold, and it's dark. That's happened to me a few times down the years. I remember once I was in Euston Station. Remember the bombs that went off on 7/7?
Oh yeah.
I was in Euston Station when all that went down. Yeah, I was wondering what the hell was going on, because I came off my train and there were people milling round, and you know, you can sense a buzz in the air, like something going on. High-vis jackets bobbing around all over the place. And I came to meet a guy, I rang him up, Heart of the Shires, refreshment. So, none of that, crafts flowers, refreshments maybe, but that does not touch my heart at all. So straight on, yeah. We're not going up this bridge, are we? Yeah, I checked.
The ropes are done. Look at that.
Oh, is that just ropes?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Is this camera going? Yeah, look. Look at that.
Horse-drawn boats, all them years.
Horse-drawn boats. You would swear that was man-made, and that's just ropes have dug into the metal. And that's, before that, they will have been stone. That will have been put there to protect the stone. And there's one on this side as well. Oh, you don't miss anything, do you?
Yeah, they're the old rubbing strips.
Rubbing strips, yeah. So this one obviously not nearly as damaged.
No, the towpath, no, towpath straightens out a bit. There it's quite a corner, so the rope would be...
Yeah, that's where it's going to obviously strain more because of the angle. Because they're coming round this bend or round this little sort of thing.
But that's nearly severed it, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost gone all the way through. Amazing. Well, that's well spotted, Kev. You're a bit of a history buff. Yeah. You could probably climb over, but you're just going into a farmer's field, aren't you? Or someone's field, not your own field. But yeah, look.
It doesn't go anywhere.
The bridge to nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere there, and I don't think it goes anywhere over there. In fact, Kev, there's a gate. So, and I bet there's a sign saying private property somewhere. So you're not going down there. But anyway, there must be a route through to the farm shop, because this will be a common.
Yeah, because the next bridge goes.
I couldn't see it. I was looking on the map when I was thinking about riding down on my bike. Yeah, you're right. Bloody hell. You should have been an Indian tracker. Scout. Inspector Kevin. Well, we'll probably find something out later on, because you're absolutely right. There has to have been a train, but by now there's something amiss. I just hope it hasn't involved anyone being injured. Normally it's something stupid like leaves on the line, or you know, it's something very British, isn't it? It's not normally a horrendous crash. So fingers crossed it's the usual bullshit that's stopping all the trains, but trains in both directions as well. Ah, who knows, mate? Who knows? Oh, hello. So maybe the southbound is okay. Yeah. You see, at this time of day though, Kev, they're heading south, probably because the people who are going north on business, they left early this morning. So these people are now just arriving closer in towards London. We're about 50 miles, are we? In terms of the M1? 60 miles maybe to London? Something like 70 maybe. But these people are now in their final hour of their approach to London, is what I'm thinking. That's why we're seeing the traffic on the way in. Like later on today, around sort of 3, 4, you'll see them all streaming back north. I mean, I used to do it many times myself for work. I would drive down to London or Watford or somewhere.
Because this is that famous stretch where you've got the M1, the canal, the railways and the A5.
Yeah, 4 main arteries. Well, this isn't an artery now, is it? But in fact, it had long stopped being an artery before that one there was ever built. But I shall watch out. Yeah, I shall watch out on the boat for the twisty turny bits. It's yeah, we don't need any of that nonsense. I can't believe you walked all the way down to Whilton back a day after.
I mean, that old couple do it every day.
No, I know, but you had the bloody flu or something, whatever it was. I'm hoping you're not infectious. Actually, that's you shouldn't be, because you seem better now. But I don't know. Each thing's got its own pattern, hasn't it? But maybe don't get too close, Kev. That's probably an idea. Because if it kept you mostly in bed for like 5 days, it would almost kill me. Yeah. Of course, you know, there's loads of people go to A&E when they get a really bad flu. So they're normally horrible queues anyway in A&E. Some people wait days, some people wait 2 or 3 days on a corridor floor, you know, if they're not critical. Yeah. I didn't have any idea. This, you know, because back in 2010, it was working like clockwork pretty much. They didn't, you know, it just wasn't a thing. Waiting days in A&E. You'd wait hours, you wouldn't wait days. But I got the fright of my life. I remember going to hospital when I lived up in Newcastle, and I went to drop my partner's son off for an appointment or for something. I don't know what it was. I can't remember now. And we turned up, and I remember seeing this queue of trolleys and what are they called? Anyway, you know, coming off ambulances. Big, massive queue. Longer corridor, round a wall, round another wall, into the car park. And I was thinking, is that where you go? Do you go to the back of that queue when you arrive? Because it wasn't going anywhere. And I thought, and that's when it sort of hit me, that was like 2015, 2016. And I started thinking, oh shit, the NHS is in real trouble here. Is that's now the norm? We are in trouble. It was horrific. It's when you realise one of these days it's going to be me in that queue. Going to be left there for 2 days. Now, as soon as we get out of the sun, you can feel that cold. Yeah, heading for the hills, and I'd go hiking. And it's really sad that, you know, I've got a sort of a developing problem, it seems, with me foot. Because even just a low hill, not even a mountain, you know, but I think there's fitness involved as well, you see. Because I get out of breath going up a hill like this.
Yeah, that's right. I don't mind walking. I can walk miles, but I don't mind walking up
The hills, yeah. Well, I'm going to start doing it more often. When I was moored up at Chester, to get out of the basin, up there was like a 200 foot or 100 foot climb up a steep street. But it was good though, because you get into the habit of doing it most days, and it was a great little bit of fitness. So I quite like that. But what I need to do, Kev, is turn off the motor on that bike a bit more often. Start doing a bit more work. Yeah, a little bit more pedalling. I know there's people in their 20s and 30s and probably 40s and 50s who wouldn't use an e-bike. They're fine just on a normal bike. They'll go anywhere I'll go, they'll do it on a bike. I do admire them. But cycling up a hill with 20 kilograms of shopping added on, that does get a bit yeah, but it would really do your fitness the world of good. Imagine how fit you'd be. So we got a main road, this is the A5.
That's the A5.
And we sort of cross over. Yeah, we cross over and then a short way to the farm. Oh dear. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what they've got. Some of these things, they have bread, they have yogurts, they have cakes, there's all sorts of stuff some of them have. And some of them it's just like a butchery. A few sausages, you know, a few steaks. Yeah, well, they did mention pork pies on the website, didn't they? Were you looking at it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done your homework. I like a nice pork pie. But, see, I try to have beans with it. Because I find them a bit dry if they're on their own. Just a nice little thing, you know, a snack. But as a meal, I like pork pie with some beans. It goes really well. All the carbs though. I need a kip after I've eaten it. No, that's something else, mate. I think it's an art shop or something. It's down that lane. You'll see the sign.
Yeah.
It's a little mini shopping centre. There's an art shop in there. I mean, we can have a look on the way back or some other time, you know. I've got another few days here, so we can have a look. It's like a mini shopping centre.
Yeah, shopping village, yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be like a craft shop, you know. I don't want to be a Philistine, Kev, but I am a Philistine, to be honest. And I'm just not remotely interested in craft shops. Women just die for them. They love a craft shop. Right, so I want to try and get across here where there's no mud. The A5.
The railway, the canal, the M1.
I've driven this A5 when it's up in Wales.
Oh, yeah.
Many a time, because I lived in Liverpool. It runs all the way through to, I think it's like Holyhead or somewhere. Right the way through Wales, and it's straight all the way. I bet you any money this is an old Roman road. The A5. Watling Street, yeah. It's so straight, and it's the same in Wales as well. It just bangs straight through.
Well, it says Whilton, 2 miles. I bet it's quicker to walk up the A5.
Yeah. The trouble is, there's no pedestrian. There's nothing you can. That's why I wouldn't cycle it on a bike. This is a road, right? I wouldn't go on there on the bike for any real distance. I just wouldn't do it because it's such a fast road, and it's straight and it's fast. And I think the cars are typically doing 70 miles an hour, some of them. So coming along on a push bike at 10 miles an hour, you're asking for trouble.
A mile or so shorter than going down the canal.
Yeah. And is it muddy as well?
It was.
To be honest, I'm not going to bother because I'll be taking a boat down there.
Yeah, you will go.
So yeah, I'll go the easy way.
But there's so many like little communities, little boats. There's about 3 or 4 boats here. Then you go a bit further on. There's another group of boats.
Little clusters of boats, yeah.
And then in the field you've got a couple of static out there.
Again, there'll be those moorings where you know, they've rented, the landowners rented it because they've got to pay CRT. You can't just put a boat in or a mooring.
And one of the boats has got a hose pipe runs along the head.
Yeah. It's kind of serviced.
So he's got his own water.
You know, his own water, yeah. I've seen a few. I saw some on the Colden Canal, I think it was. Some of those moorings on the offside of the canal, away from the towpath. But there was like a slope going up. Sort of about 100-foot slope up a, you know, fairly steep up a field. And I was thinking, those guys, imagine in the winter with your coal, it's all got to be lugged.
Yeah.
Well, down actually, isn't it? It's not, you're not going up, you're going to bring it down from somewhere. Down that slope. But it's easier to lower things down, isn't it? I'd set up a little railway. One of those little railways, yeah.
An empty one going up and a full one.
Yeah. Set up a little railway, lads. That's the thing to do. Or a rope sling or something, you know, a trolley on a pulley.
A couple of shopping trolleys on a long road.
Like the Great Escape, you know, pulling the trolley along on a rope. But But no, I mean, I was looking at the steepness of it and I was thinking, you know, it's not going to be that suitable for someone who's older. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone who's older is not going to like it. Or be able to do it. Because of course in the winter you've got your mud as well to contend with. We've got a little bit of a walkway sort of on the right here, so it looks like that's the way to go. But it's a nice little walk, this, Kev, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a nice little cottage as well, by the way. Isn't that lovely, just out on its own?
Yeah.
A lovely peaceful location. Again, my first thought is zombie apocalypse. You've got yourself a couple of days before it catches up with you there. You could reenact the scene from 28 days later, or 28 weeks later. Did you ever watch them?
I've never seen.
Oh, great films, great films. Yeah, you're not one for the old zombie films, Kev, no?
I've never seen many of them. No.
Yeah, oh, they're horrifying. Some of them. Oh. Yeah, it looks a little bit closed, doesn't it? Tuesday, 10 till 5. Is it Tuesday today?
No, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, 10 till 5. But the entrance may well be just here, isn't it? Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we are, yeah, here's a shop. Deliveries this way, Kev. Yeah, we're good, mate, we're good. It's alright, fear not. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Here we go. Yeah, and these as well, look, they've got blueberry ketchup. what would that taste of? I don't know where to start with half of the stuff. I didn't even look at the cheese either, actually.
I bet that's all perfectly made.
Yeah, it will be, yeah. And what's the sausage there?
Black pudding.
Oh, is that what that is? Black pudding, yeah.
Might be.
Not that much of a black pudding fan. Some of the stuff looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Anywho. Bales of hay, Kev, look. This is when you know you're on a working farm. When they say farm shops, some of them I think they're not really working farms as such, if you know what I mean. They're more tourist attractions. Yeah. This is absolutely a working farm, and that stuff looks absolutely tremendous.
The honey looks nice because that's local, isn't it? Yeah, it's expensive, but then again it's pure honey, it's not.
Yeah, and you know, I got some mustard there. I ran out of mustard the other day and forgot to get some when I went into Daventry, and it's a 6 mile round trip, and it's really steep as well. I couldn't be bothered, but they got mustard and it's about 50p more than sort of shop mustard, but I bet you it's loads better. It's worth it.
It's not going to have as many chemicals in it.
Yeah, it's I do think you know, it's worth paying the extra in these places, unless it's do you know the exception would be, right, if you go into a farm shop in the south of England where it's some super wealthy place.
Well, there ain't many farms.
Yeah, and it's more like a tourist attraction. I'll bet you there stuff is really expensive. But here's another car. I bet your stuff's really expensive in places like that, but this feels like we're not into that territory. This is a genuine farm shop. And he said those sausages will keep for days as well, which is brilliant. Just been made this morning. Yeah. I think the thing to do is to visit this place on a Tuesday. That's when they seem to get the new stock in.
Yeah.
That's when it seems, although the pies were, I noticed those pies were packed on the 9th, the one I got. So it's only good till tomorrow. But that's fine, I'll probably eat it today anyway, to be fair. It probably won't last out the afternoon. To be honest.
No, that pie I've got won't.
Yeah.
Well, sausage roll will be gone before we get that.
So they won't make their own pies in there, they will, but they'll get from a decent source. They won't buy rubbish. Because they're not going to sell top quality meats and things and then supplement it with rubbish pies. They will be decent. But just going to get out of the way, Dee. So you reckon you're good for the cafe tomorrow then, Kev, yeah?
Yeah.
Good, man. I'm sure Mario will be pleased to see you again. I'm going to pop over to the chandlery with my plumbing setup, the plant thing, and I'm going to run it. Yeah, well, he helped me, right? Because he said, you know, like on a hot water tank, people say you don't need them, but I'm not happy without an expansion vessel. Because water does expand and it's got nowhere to go in a tank when it gets hot. And so every time I heat up my water, it starts dripping out of this pressure relief valve. So it's dripping onto the engine bay. Now, okay, I've got a little bucket there thing to catch it, but that overflows after a while. You know, so sooner or later you're getting water back on the floor. And if I put an expansion vessel in there, that'll stop happening. You know, I'll stop that leak because the water will have somewhere to expand into. But he said to me, I said to him, you know, I've got this 10-litre expansion vessel that someone said would suit. And he said, really, it's too big. It's too much, you know, because the water expands. It only needs about 3 litres of space to expand into. I've got 10. So he said what'll happen is you'll get a delay with the water coming on because of it's got less pressure, less force. A smaller vessel is better matched. So I'm going to, it'll cost me a couple of quid, but I'm going to get a smaller vessel. It seems a bit daft really. I'm doing all this for the next owner.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I do feel like I've got the gear ready to go. I might as well do it, you know.
You bought it all, yeah.
Yeah. I've got the gear, I might as well fit it in, get the job done, and at least the next owner, it'll be something they don't have to worry about. A tent? Oh, it is, mate, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it is. How the hell did you spot that? That's crazy. That's nuts, isn't it? Imagine how cold he must have been, mate, when it's been freezing over. The poor guy. Got to have been a guy, isn't it? The poor guy. Oh my God. I saw a tent beside the canal in a few places. There was one on the approaches to Altrincham on the Bridgewater Canal. In fact, it wasn't just a tent. He had one of those chimenea things, like an outdoor stove.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was like a fully set up camp. He had a bike tethered there, whatever. He had this chimenea thing. He had his tent. There was probably a barbecue. I don't know. There's just bits and bobs. But it's like a mini encampment on the Bridgewater Canal because, of course, the towpath isn't council land as such, is it?
No.
It's kind of managed by CRT. So CRT don't bother chasing these people the way a council would. So you could travel the length and breadth of England on the towpaths just using a tent. I bet you there's many do.
They go hiking.
Yeah, many do it and stay in whatever places.
They get a CRT key so they can get water.
Yeah, many do it for recreation, but I think some do it just to live. That's their accommodation. There's more lorries now. They've done whatever business they've had to do and they're heading north. The number of times I was on that motorway, mate, honestly, soul destroying. When you know you're 200 odd miles from home and it's like it's tea time, you don't know what time you're going to get back, and then you see a blockage ahead.
You see all the red light.
Yeah, 1 hour delay, and you start thinking, will I actually get home here? It's a funny thing with boat life, you do feel disconnected from normal modern life, don't you? Is that you as well? I see these trains and the cars rushing, right, and I'm like, I don't feel part of it at all. I feel like disconnected from it. But look, you've got little flies knocking about.
Already?
Yeah, just a couple of little flies down in the bushes here. Not many, to be fair, but I've just seen a couple just knocking around slowly, little tiny ones. As soon as they feel a bit of warmth, they're like, right, let's go and bite someone. What did I say I was going to do? I need to go over to the chandlery to see the guy.
Oh yeah, you want to do that as well.
So I might not get me cold. What I might do is just bring half a bag down later. I might just wheel half a bag down, so at least you've got some overnight.
Yeah,
you know, a couple of days where just tide you over, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, mate. So I'll probably see you sometime this afternoon, but I'll text you when I'm on the way. All right.
Hi.
Yeah, saying I came through about a week ago. So you guys travelling sort of south, are you? Yeah.
Yeah, we put our boat in a marina up here.
Right.
Cheapest chips.
Yeah.
Compared to London.
Well, not cheapest chips, but it's compared to London. This is for around
Right.
cheap, that's true.
Yeah. No, I'm heading towards London actually. So yeah, I've got that experience
Which
still
one is
to
you,
come.
that one?
This one, yeah.
It's a nice name. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. It was
fun.
I can't stand jazz. The
You just bought it like this.
I bought, yeah, it was like that when I got here. The previous owner's wife was in a jazz band.
Oh, nice.
They're very good musicians. You know, you've got to acknowledge the talent and everything.
My
they're,
niece is playing in a jazz band. She's
Yeah.
a singer.
they're virtuoso performers. Sorry, I'm just scraping mud off.
Yep.
They're virtuoso performers. Absolutely respect the talent, but the music is just God.
Is
It's
it
not
Scottish accent there?
Liverpudlian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying out a bit. It's a northern accent.
It's definitely northern. Yeah, it's a species. Yeah, yeah. No, well, Liverpudlian is kind of its own thing. It's its own accent, really.
Is it?
Yeah, it's.
Yes, in the way of speaking, it reminds me a bit of Scottish, to be honest.
Somebody said that.
Like a soft Scottish.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard somebody say that, but
Scottish light.
Scottish light.
Scottish light.
The Scottish people probably wouldn't agree, but
they wouldn't know. But
they
for
would
me as
be.
German.
They'd be outraged.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's not very highly regarded, unfortunately. My accent, you know, the Liverpudlian accent. If you